Tomi had always been a mechanic, one of the best if you asked him. In a world where the stars held more promise than the rusting, decaying husks of ships on forgotten planets, his skill was something that mattered. A broken ship in need of repair was an opportunity. It was a lifeline, a challenge. And Tomi loved a challenge. But on this day, the broken ship in front of him wasn't the usual clunky cargo vessel or spacefaring cruiser that needed his expertise. No, it was something else, something strange. The ship was small, barely big enough for a handful of people. Its exterior had a sleek, alien design, curved, aerodynamic, unlike anything from the human-made fleet. The kind of ship that didn't belong in a scrapyard but somehow had ended up there. There was a strange resonance to its engines, a sound that hummed in the air even when it wasn't running, a sound that Tomi couldn't quite place but knew had a significance. The ship was broken, that much was clear. Its parts were scattered across the hangar floor, pieces of metal and glass that no longer fit together the way they once had. But it was the missing part that had Tomi's attention, the one crucial piece that would allow him to complete the repair and get this mysterious ship back into working order. Unfortunately, that piece was also the one he couldn't afford. He had spent the last of his savings, every coin he had scraped together over the months, to buy fuel for his own ship, to keep it from falling into total disrepair. His ship wasn't in great shape, worn out, patched together, with engines that sputtered more often than they roared, but it was his only means of getting off the planet and into the stars. Without that part, his work on the alien ship was doomed to fail. And without that, Tomi couldn't pay his rent, couldn't buy food. The ship's owner had already promised a hefty sum once the job was finished, but Tomi couldn't finish it without the right part. Sitting cross-legged on the ground, Tomi held the rusted, broken component in his hand, staring at it with a mixture of frustration and determination. He was so close to completing it, so close to saving the alien ship and making enough money to secure his own future. But the part he needed, the one he couldn't afford, was the missing piece. Just then, the sound of footsteps echoed in the vast, empty hangar. Tomi looked up, startled. A figure appeared from the shadowed doorway. A person, but not quite. The figure was tall, clad in a hooded cloak that obscured most of their face. All Tomi could see were dark eyes and pointed ears. They stood there, hesitating, before taking another step toward him. "Are you the mechanic?" The voice was soft, but laced with an accent that Tomi couldn't quite place, something foreign, almost ancient. "Yeah," Tomi replied, standing up and brushing the dirt off his coveralls. "What can I do for you?" The figure approached slowly, their movements graceful and deliberate. They glanced at the ship behind him, their eyes flickering with a mix of curiosity and something else. Maybe hope. They reached into the folds of their cloak and pulled out a small, cylindrical object. It was glowing faintly, a soft blue light pulsing in the dim light of the hangar. "I need your help," the stranger said, offering the object to Tomi. "My ship is broken. It needs a part, a rare part, and I do not have the credits to pay for it. But I have something that might help." Tomi took the object carefully, studying it. It wasn't much to look at, but there was something strange about it, something that made him hesitate. He had seen strange things in his line of work, things that defied explanation, but this felt different. "What is it?" Tomi asked, eyeing the object warily. The stranger lowered their hood, revealing their face for the first time. Tomi was taken aback by the alien appearance. Their skin was pale, almost translucent, with faint markings running across their forehead and down their neck. Their eyes were large, almost unnaturally so, and they shone with an intensity that made Tomi feel like they could see straight through him. "It is a device," the stranger explained. "A gift, if you will. It can give you what you need, what you desire most." Tomi's eyes narrowed. "You want me to fix your ship? And in exchange, you want me to trust you with this thing? I don't know, seems a bit." I don't ask for trust, the alien interrupted, their voice calm but insistent. I ask for a fair exchange. You will receive what you need to complete your work, but you must also complete my task. In return, I will give you the credits you need for your own ship, enough to repair it and take you anywhere you wish. Tomi was silent for a long moment. He glanced at the broken ship, then at his own dilapidated vessel in the corner. His hands itched to work, to fix, to tinker with machines, but he couldn't shake the feeling that there was something more at play here. All right, Tomi said, the decision made in an instant. But I don't know if I can promise anything. This is going to take time. That part you need. It's not cheap. I trust you, the alien said. I have faith in your skills. The words rang in Tommy's ears as he returned to his tools, setting to work with a sense of purpose he hadn't felt in a long time. Time passed quickly as the hours slipped by, and soon enough, the ship's engine was humming back to life. It was like something in Tommy's chest clicked into place, the sense of accomplishment rising as he inserted the final piece, the very part that he had lacked the credits to afford. Finally, he turned to the alien, wiping the sweat from his brow. The ship was complete, its engines roaring to life. But as the alien reached into their cloak again, Tommy's heart sank. He had expected the credits, the payment that would secure his future. Instead, the alien handed him something far more unexpected, a small, glowing stone. This, the alien said softly, is the true payment. It holds the power to give you what you need, not just money, but the ability to choose your future. The part you were missing was not the part for your ship, but the part inside you. Tomi stared at the stone in disbelief, then at the now fully functional alien ship. The realization hit him. The ship wasn't just a machine. It was a catalyst, a symbol. The choice he had made to help, to give what he had unlocked something much greater than material wealth. In that moment, he understood the true power wasn't in the ship or in the stone. It was in the act of giving. Tomi had given his last credits, and in return, he had received the ability to choose his own path. The alien smiled, their eyes softening with gratitude. Thank you, they said, for trusting in the unknown. You have a new beginning now. And with that, they stepped into the ship, the engines roaring as it ascended into the starry sky, leaving Tomi standing alone in the hangar, the glowing stone in his hand.